Hi, welcome back to the channel. I know it has been a while since I've done one of these, but since it's Global Running Day, I thought I would share a little bit of origin story this week. Okay, so for full transparency, I'm actually out here on a walk practicing some walking intervals for those longer walks on the marathon training plan. And it is the day before Global Running Day, but I wanted to be able to post this the day of. So there's your disclaimer. But I thought it'd be fun for anyone who hasn't gone back and watched my very first video I ever posted, and I'll link it above, just to talk a little bit about me, my origin story if you want to call it that, and then my running origin story, and then my runDisney origin story. I always love hearing how people get into this type of thing, so while I'm out here for my walk practice, we will talk about that. So let's get going. Alright, so for my first mile, I thought I would talk about my origin story. For, like I said, those of you that are new, my name is Amy. I live in North Georgia. I was born in Mississippi, moved around quite a bit, lived in several places in Florida, lived in Virginia for a little while, and my camera went all wonky on me. Okay, so like I said, lived in various parts of Florida, lived in Virginia for a little while, graduated high school near Tampa, went to college at UCF in Orlando, and then when I graduated college is when I moved here to North Georgia. I was athletic. As a kid, I did gymnastics and cheerleading, but I always hated running. So one of my favorite terms from Runners Without Limits podcast that I learned was an adult onset runner, and that is most definitely what I am, is an adult onset runner. I will think of some other facts about myself here. Okay, I don't know why I spaced on this, but I can talk about my family. Well, actually, first before that, I'm 35. I just turned 35. Didn't mention that a second ago. When I moved here to North Georgia, I met my now husband. We just celebrated our 11th anniversary, so very excited for many more years to come. I have 2 stepkids. One just graduated high school. The next will graduate this next year. And I'll talk a little bit about them a little bit more during the running section, because they have a lot to do with that. Oh, here's my run. Let me run in. Well, actually, I can try to talk and run at the same time. Other hobbies I have besides running, I enjoy singing. I dabble in the guitar. I am a queen. I binge watching TV. That's not really a hobby, but and I love naps. I'm a big napper. Okay, here comes my walk. Just as a side note, what I'm doing is walking for 2 minutes 30 seconds, running for 30, which is the reverse of what my marathon intervals will be. Just testing this out to see if I can keep my mile splits under balloon lady pace, which that first one I did. So mile 1 done. We will move on to my running origin story. had to pull my glasses up so that the Osmo Pocket would detect my face. It's also very shaded here. Just as a side note, I'm listening right now to the Rise and Run podcast. They've been around not quite a year, I guess. I can't remember when I saw their first podcast was, but they're fairly newer compared to the other podcasts I listen to, but oh my gosh, they're so much fun to listen to. So if you happen to be watching this video and you don't know about them, go listen to their podcast. It's super fun. Okay, so running origin story. Like I mentioned, I was athletic, but hated running. Like a lot of adult onset runners, you know, I was the person who would do everything in her power to get out of running a mile. Did not like it. I remember because my dad was a runner as long as I can remember. Like whenever he would do races, if they had like those little like kiddie dash things or kiddie miles, maybe I would do those when I was really young, but other than that, especially when I got to be like teenager age, did not like running. So, and like I mentioned also, my stepkids, had a really big part in me starting to run, because when they both got to middle school, they wanted to run cross country. And at that time, they weren't nearly as fast as they are now. I was able to keep up with them. And I was like, oh, it'll be a good way to spend time with them. I'm gonna run with them. Okay, I apologize. There's someone mowing their lawn, so if there's some background noise, that's what that is. So, where did I leave off? My stepkids running cross country, so I would run with them. The other thing, I'm about to go in the sun, so these are coming down. The other thing that was kind of a catalyst to me starting running was that I was going on a Disney cruise with my sister. Now, my sister and brother-in-law, they live in Lakeland, and they're Mouse Jen, also another fabulous Instagram and YouTube. If you don't know anything about them, go follow them. They do all kinds of cruising and Disney. Oh, they have awesome videos. Some of my favorite videos to watch on the treadmill, and I promise I'm not biased because I'm related. Anyway, so my sister and I were going on a Disney cruise, and you know, they do the Castaway Cay 5K. So I was like, I guess I probably should run a little bit before that. So I recorded my first run, and I did it as a virtual 5K puppy run with my dog and my dad, out at one of my favorite places to run here. And to go back and look at my time of that 5K is absolutely amazing, because it's like balloon lady pace. Oh, my facial tracking, come on! There we go, okay. My Osmo Pocket doesn't like it when I wear sunglasses. Anyway, that was July 28th of 2017. So, it's been a few years since then, how far I've come. Okay, so since then, since July of 2017, you know, the rest is history. I've ran 5Ks, 10Ks. My first official half will be talked about in the next mile. But it's a lifestyle now. I do love it. Maybe not usually love it like I'm doing it right now, running in the middle of the day at the beginning of summer. But I don't mind the heat so much, but I do love running, and I don't plan on stopping until they tell me I have to. I do have one or two chronic things I deal with that probably will eventually lead to me not being able to run anymore. But I was fortunate enough to run with my sister and brother-in-law. Fortunate enough that I was able to do a couple of races with my dad before he has had to stop running. He does a lot of walking now. But great inspirations in my life were my dad, my sister, brother-in-law, and my stepkids. They are amazing people, and they inspire me just to set higher and higher goals for myself. Oh, and also my running buddy, Miss Emily, who's been on the channel a couple times. She has said that she will marathon train with me, so I don't have to do all those long runs by myself. So I am forever blessed to have her as a friend. So we're almost to the end of mile 2, And when I start mile 3, I will go into my runDisney origin story. Alright, just started mile 3, runDisney origin story. Probably my favorite story to tell. So I mentioned my dad has been running as long as I can remember, and he has run several runDisney. You know, when I was younger he did, and I guess I just kind of forgot about it when I got older, and I mean I was like at college at UCF, right there near Disney, and just, I mean I wasn't running at that time, but it wasn't on my radar that runDisney existed. So I moved to North Georgia, and my sister, you know, we were going on the cruise and doing the Castaway Key 5K, and she really got into runDisney. She ran with my dad over at Disneyland, and they ran it at Disney World, and my brother-in-law, sunglasses coming down, you know, that is their local races. They run like all of them. And I never really thought it was possible for me to run anything longer than a 5K, but once I realized that it was completely achievable, runDisney was definitely on my radar. My first runDisney race was supposed to be Princess of 2021. COVID has messed with my timeline. I'm pretty sure that was supposed to be my first live runDisney, and of course it got canceled. And I was so upset. You can go back, all of that is vlogged for memory's sake. Wow, you really can't see me in the shadows, can you? You can go back and watch those videos. I submitted proof of time, and I was so excited. So I changed from the Princess Challenge to the virtual 5K. So my first runDisney was a virtual 5K, that aerial medal of 2021. And then after that, I set my sights on Princess Challenge of 22, hoping it would actually happen. And it did. So my first official half marathon race was a part of the Princess Fairy Tale Challenge of 2022. I loved it. I loved every second of it. Those races flew by because there's so much going on. This is like a party, and I'm sorry if my camera's being weird. It doesn't like my face when I'm wearing glasses. So that has set me on my runDisney path. I hope to maybe one day do the Castaway Key Challenge once travel gets a little less weird, but as some of you might know, I'm registered for Goofy. That'll be my first marathon. There's someone else mowing, I'm really sorry. First marathon, Goofy of 2023, and I'm so excited to be participating in an anniversary year. But there is really nothing like a runDisney race, I don't think. I mean, I haven't run a whole lot of bigger races. I live in a pretty small place, but it was just awesome, and I love being able to do it with family and friends, and I can't wait to make even more friends as I continue on this runDisney journey. Phew, all right, 3 miles done. Average pace was 15 minutes a mile, so I think I might try to change it up just a little bit. I feel like I'd be more comfortable with a walk pace between 14 and 15 minutes, so I'll, you know, that's why we're doing this. So I started practicing before training actually starts. But I hope everyone has a fantastic global running day. Running for me is, like I said, it's just, I feel weird when I don't. I love it. It, you know, helps with stress, helps with all things like that. I love being out in nature, so it's just another instance to be able to do that. I was actually hoping to see more wildlife on my street, because usually I see bunnies and squirrels and deer. I put them on video, but there wasn't nothing out. But of course it is the middle of the day and it's really hot. But so I hope you enjoyed hearing a little bit more about me and my origin story for running and runDisney. And we are 4 weeks away from Goofy training starting, and I'm so excited. Hopefully I'll find some other things that I can put on video between now and then. But oh, my running thing is still on. That's okay. We're just gonna do this so I can't hear her. I hope everyone's good, and Leave a comment if you're going to be starting any marathon weekend training here coming up soon and what your goals are. I will be talking about my goals in my preview training video where I'm going to talk about my plan and all the fun things I'm going to be doing each week. That'll be coming up soon. But in the meantime, like, comment, subscribe, and always remember that you are his masterpiece. I will see you in the next video. Happy Global Running Day!